Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael, and on this channel I have been taking you guys with me for my journey of paying off almost $140,000 of student loan debt. Now, to give you a brief update on where I am currently at with my debt payoff journey, I started off with $140,000 worth of student loan debt, and I am now down to, at the time of recording this video, a remaining balance of $11,990.58. Now, I think I made a little bit of a mistake in my last video because I could have swore that when I was done with the recording that last video, I only had $10,990 left. I must have made a mistake with my math, even though I put it into a calculator, because the current balance says $11,990. So I was excited before pressing record on this video because I was going to get to say that in the end of today's video I might be in the single digits. However, I don't think that's going to be the case because I somehow misread the number, and maybe I should go back and change the thumbnail on my last video because I said only $10,000 something left, and that's not actually the case. It's $11,990. But even with that $1,000 being somehow misplaced in my mind, I still am getting down to the wire with my government student loans, which is the only outstanding student loan debt I have left over. Let's take a look at today's transfer. Now, as I typically do, I log into my Nelnet website, which shows how much outstanding debt I have left over on my government student loans. And if you remember from last week's Transfer Tuesday, I was specifically targeting a loan. The group name was Group AJ. I have to make sure I say it right in this video because I kept saying it wrong in the last one and didn't catch it until I was editing. Group AJ. And with last week's payment, which was a very large payment, I was able to get this loan down to a remaining loan balance of $403.90. And in today's video, this loan, Group AJ, is going to be going bye-bye because I am making a transfer. Well, so far, I'm making a transfer for this loan of $403.90 to completely eliminate Group AJ from my current loan lineup. So that means after today, after posting this video, actually before posting this video because it's already been done, I will no longer have this loan to deal with unless it shows up in a 2-cent payment next week. Sometimes that happens, but who cares? That means I will be down to just 2 remaining government student loans left in the loan balance sheet. So Group AJ was the third loan, and this is now eliminated, so I'm just down to 2 more loans. And while we're talking about those 2 other loans, let's go and talk about what I was going to do with the remaining transfer for this Transfer Tuesday, because we're not done yet. I'm not done yet. I know that was $403 to be transferred and 90 cents, but I still got some more money to transfer because we're going to take a look now at Group AG. Sometimes I get my AJs and AGs mixed up, my Gs and Js, so hopefully I don't get tongue twisted here. Group AG, I saw, had an outstanding current balance. You guys can see it. I probably have it flashed up on the screen, of $4,821.91. So this loan is not going to be going anywhere for today, but we are going to make a little bit of a dent in it for the time being. You guys can see that the interest rate is 4.29%. This is actually of the 2 loans I have left outstanding, the one with the highest interest rate and also the one with the lowest balance. The other one is 3.8% interest rate, and I think it has $6,000 some odd dollars left in the outstanding balance. However, this one is both the highest interest rate and, other than the loan I just paid off, the one closest to being paid off. It has the lowest current balance at $4,821. And you guys can probably see the current amount would be due is $59.01. However, I switched it to an other amount, meaning I am going to be putting this week for this Transfer Tuesday towards this loan, Group AG, $500 towards this loan. No, it's not going to be taking the loan away. It's probably going to be dropping it down to probably around $4,300, give or take. Sometimes the interest kicks in after or before I pay. So I never quite know the exact number it's going to be. We're not going to really get it below that $4,000 mark today. However, this loan in the future Transfer Tuesday videos is probably going to be, until it's paid off, the big target for my remaining transfers, both of this month and probably for the beginning of March. If I've done my math in my head correctly in the last 15 seconds that I was thinking about it, if I'm able to do $3,000 this month, it will greatly reduce this loan, but it's not going to take it away. We're probably going to have to wait until beginning to mid-March to see Group AG fully go away. So this week, I'm going to pull up the total here so you guys can see it. This week, the total amount for my Transfer Tuesday for the first transfer for February 2024 is a total amount transferred of $986.84. And potentially somewhere up on the screen, I have the screenshot. You guys can see how that is divvied up. Group AJ, starting from the bottom, Group AJ, that received $403.90. That one is completely eliminated, other than maybe the 5 cents that's going to pop up next week due to lingering interest, but we'll deal with that when we need to. Group AG got $500 sent to it. However, that loan is still standing, just like Elton John. And Group AD just got the $82.94 that would be considered the minimum payment that would be due for the month of February. So the minimum payment's going in a little bit early on Group AD. We haven't really talked about that one yet because, as I said, it's not the focus for the next month and a half. Group AG will be the next bit of focus for the remaining part of February and probably the beginning portion of March. So we're hoping to go into the second half of March, April, and May with only one loan left to pay off, which would be Loan AD. Now, I'm going to kind of pause on the whole Transfer Tuesday for this week and just talk about kind of what it's going to look like going forward and kind of my hesitations, my little bit of nervousness about the coming months, because my goal is to be totally debt-free for my government student loans of any type by May. I said I want to give that gift for myself for my birthday, because my birthday's in May. Now, there are a couple things that kind of need to happen for that to take place. One, I have to be able to, during this shorter month, meet the minimum requirement of $3,000 transferred to my government student loans during the month of February. February is a shorter month, so we'll see how that works out with especially only getting 2 paychecks this month. On top of that, the other thing that needs to happen is when I get my taxes done and completed, which I have not done those yet, I need to get something in the form of tax return back. In the years past, since I've done my taxes, I always get some form of return in my taxes. However, this year I have made more money with my side hustle income, which in the years past, because I get so much money taken out of my W-2 income, like it's taken out before I even see it, it usually offsets the amount that I would need to pay for my side hustle income. So we'll see how things work out this year, because I have made a lot more money with my side hustle income than I have in the years past. Some people mention paying on them quarterly. However, to my knowledge and understanding, which this could totally be wrong because I haven't found anyone currently in my shoes that deals with this. Everyone has a little bit of a different tax situation when I've talked to other people who also do my side hustle job, like fellow colleagues. Because they only do the side hustle job, they pay quarterly on their taxes because they don't want to get a fine from it from the IRS, because I believe there is a certain amount that you cannot owe over without being fined for owing that much during your tax season, which I don't understand that, because it's like that's what tax season's for, to catch up on. I don't know. Not going to go into that. Anyway, I haven't been in the situation like I am currently, where I'm still having large amounts taken out from my W-2 paycheck each time I'm paid, plus also making more with my side hustle income. So we will see how that works out this year. I'm a little bit nervous, and I'm not really going to know the outcome until I fully finish my taxes. Like I said, I have never had to owe anything on my taxes. I use, not sponsored here, TurboTax, and I basically just go through and submit the paperwork that I get. Even with my side hustle income, I do get a, what's those, 1099 forms, so I'm able to put that in there. I know I'll be able to also this year, because the interest resumed, I'll be able to put in my government student loan interest tax break thing. You get a little bit of a tax break if you've been paying interest on student loans. There's some other things you can get a tax break for, like for instance, with my side hustle income, I have to use my own vehicle. I have to have an office. There's all those things you can do to get deductions with your taxes. And so I try to take advantage of all of them that I possibly can. So we're going to see this year if I get anything back with my taxes, if I break even. I really hope I don't have to pay into taxes because I've never had to do that other than paying like, I think $20 towards my state tax. But that was because my wife was running a business in our home and she made a little bit more than what would be covered. But she's no longer running that business now in our home or currently anywhere. So I don't know if that's going to then kind of boost up the buffer we have with the amount of money we can make that's not already paid to taxes throughout the year. I don't know. Sorry for rambling here. Just kind of giving you guys an idea of what it's going to kind of take for me to meet those goals by May of being debt free. And I am hopeful, and we're going to have to see how taxes go. So I'm hoping to have my taxes done sometime by the end of this month. However, there's some other big paperwork stuff I have to get in for my job and to continue my licensure and stuff like that. So that's going to kind of take priority for the time being, and then taxes will come right after that. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to me ramble on in this video for so long. I hope you have had a good week, and maybe where you are, like it is today, as you guys can see in this video, it is much brighter in this room than it typically is because the sun's out, and well, it's not quite in the super late in the afternoon yet, but it's thankfully been staying brighter later on into the afternoon where I'm located, and that just brings happiness to my heart. So maybe it's the same for you. Maybe you don't have to deal with winter blues like we do here in New York. But thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned next week for another Transfer Tuesday style video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.